So Scandinavia it is. Hopefully it will play back better this time around. Shikari versus Xool, we're now in Division 3 here, and I've been told this is Xool's home map, so they picked Scandinavia this time around. Fish will be important on Scandinavia, and the layout on the map here, it makes it harder for the opposing team to sneak a dock up or get a dock up on the opponent side to obstruct the fish, but we'll see how it progresses here. You want water control on Scandinavia because of the fish and the potential of a fish boom later. Not to mention that you could also, while it's not too common, you could trade from one side to the other on water and have a nice trade route that's hard to raid for the opposing team. You'd more often than not, you'd still see players trade on land though. Alright, so civilizations here. Mongols, pretty obvious pick here. Venture on Twitch as well, as you can see. Drop him a follow. And there's lots of extra hunt on the Scandinavia, so that's why you definitely want Mongols for this map. 3 wars, 2 patches of deer. Which is better, water trade or land trade? I think a water trade could move faster, but land trade is still better, gold return-wise, or something like that. So that's probably why you see, and pathing for the trade cogs can be just ridiculous, so I think that's why people trade on land instead. I think, I'm not 100% sure about this, but apparently Berber's trade cog is among the fastest units in the game. Okay, so we see Mongols here. To the left side, we have Marco with the Vikings. Want to take some responsibility on water, maybe. Vikings, obviously strong archers play as well, something we'll see here. What you'll note about Scandinavia is that the woodlines enclose your base like this. It's usually easy both the wall and team wall for this map. Should be fairly easy for the players to set up some walls, and the most of the aggression we'll see will be in the cast stage onwards for this map. Juker with the Lithuanians here. Alright, so we have a Paladin Civ on the right side flank here. Not a bad call, honestly. Could come in handy against potential archers play of the opposing team here. We'll see how the Lithuanians plays out here. They will want to snag some relics as the game goes on. And there's one here. There's one in the back here, there's here. And that's one as well. Okay, so 3 relics actually on the Shikari's side here. Should be fairly obtainable. As for the other team, for Xool here, we have Wen in the pocket to Tutens. Oh, hello, Helichaos people. Thanks for the raid. Nice. Raiding party. So hello, Helichaos viewers. I'm casting some League of Empires today. That's a 3v3 league that's going on. Yeah, in this 3rd season now. 4 divisions, and this is currently the 3rd division, so I think we're looking at an elo range of 1100 to almost 1400s here. But Venture Baba, he's in the chat, he would know more about that than me. He's playing here. This is not live, obviously. It's casted from recorded games. So Venture Baba knows more about the 3rd division level than me. I'm playing in the 2nd division myself, but I commit a lot to the casting as well, because throughout the divisions we get very interesting matchups and games. So back to Civilizations, Tuten's pocket for Anduin here. So we'll have some strong paladins for Team Xool as well. Left side we have row your boat. I might just refer to this guy as Blue as the game goes on, but row with the Mongols as well. It's just your go-to pick for Scandinavia with all the extra hunt. You can have an amazing uptime. 17 pop up for Blue here, who wants to open scouts then. And since the walls aren't complete here, that could definitely have some potential here. Thanks, Bajababa. So that's the situation. Nice. And finally, the last player, Kazad Nightwolf, in the gray here, with the Italians that have a very good fish boom. So again, not a bad pick for Scandinavia, in my opinion. They have fully upgraded archers. They have the unique unit, the Genoese crossbowmen, to counter enemy cavalry play, and their fishing ships cost 15% less. So you have a very nice fish boom as the game moves on for the Italians. But now let's go to Blue's side here. The stable is up, the scouts production is on, and minor setback with 19 pop up here for the Mongols. It seems like Row has not been able to afford horse collar yet, or is not prioritizing it because farms won't be needed just yet, but yeah. I guess it's not rushing it because of all the extra hunt here. That makes sense, actually. No dock for other than the Italians here for now. Mongols obviously don't need it yet, given the 40% faster collected hunt. 3 scouts. I mean, the clock is ticking for scouts here. You need to move out here if you're row your boat, because it's so easy to wall off on Scandinavia. Just dive in here and get some damage done. 4 scouts. Yeah, alright, let's see. Scouting. And Blue has gone greedy with the deer pushing here, so doesn't really have much knowledge about the map. Here goes the dock as well to benefit from some fish for the food economy as well. We could still see a pretty darn decent castle age time from Blue here, given the hunt and now the fish to boost that. So here's the setback of waiting for the scouts numbers before engaging. The walls are now up. I mean, at least on this side, there's still potential to hit the Venture Baba in the pocket here. Meanwhile, looks like, okay, Wench is going for the scouts as well. Keeping the walls open here on Anduin's side. Anduin going pretty greedy with the Teuton's Boom here, but dropping a barracks now to get out some spears and hopefully finish the walls to limit the scouts' potential. Oh, don't go there! There are 3 scouts! There are 3 scouts here, Anduin. Ouch. That guy is dead. Or? Block! 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 Yeah, he's dead. Rip. What's with the blue scouts here? Okay. Venture Baba suddenly has things to attend to at home here. Trying for some quick walls, not quite succeeding. We're gonna see some villager lives trades here soon enough. 1 down for Venture Baba, 2 down for Anduin. And that 1 point away is enough to scare all the scouts of blue away here. Spearman popping out here. Was that another villager? 4 villagers down for Anduin now. That's why I put a disclosure. Yeah, fine, it's fine, man. Rip Scout. But Anduin really needs to get his defenses up here. He needs to complete these walls. Just okay, nice. Deleting the farms so that Venture Baba can't snipe them here. What's up in the north? Oh, there's an opening. Marco 1 here with the Vikings archers to contest row at home base here, forcing the scouts to return home. They don't have any upgrades, so they can't easily engage archers on their own either. +1 deacons would have helped a bit here. And by the looks of the stone investment here, I think Row wants to go straight into the Mangudai here once the Castle Age kicks in. Yeah, see, I mean, if the scouts had deacons here, and preferably also attack, that would help out a bit, but good trades for Marco with the archers here. Has killed a couple of villagers as well. Overall nice engagements. Now he's looking for blood on the backside here to contest the gold, maybe even the stone. Find that the walls will go up for Anduin, who took some losses here, 4 villagers down. Grey has also lost villagers here, so I haven't been paying attention to the right-hand side, but I'm assuming maybe scout raids from the Lithuanians as well, taking some hits on the Grey economy. How many villagers does it take to place one palisade to keep the archers out? Men with arms into scouts for Juker. Okay. Makes sense. I was neglecting the right hand side here, but it most definitely did damage here. 5 villagers dead. These archers, though, blue is taking a serious beating here and will not be getting to that castle age for a while yet. Struggling for both blue and gold here due to the raids and being more or less incapacitated by Marco 1's lovely archers offensive here. KD 15-1 for the Vikings player. That's pretty solid from purple. Gray seems to be stabilizing, has the walls up here, the beginnings of a team wall, maybe. Oh, there's an opening! Well! Mancho, get in here! Oh, community. Okay, there's lots of spears. Maybe you don't want to run in there, actually. Yeah, not worth it. Still open in the backside though, so there's some potential for entry here. Do they even know that this is open? Kassad Wolf, Night Wolf, and oh, it looks like it's covered in forest. Nice. Juker, the Lithuanians player, now the first one. No, not the first one. Anduin, first one to the cast stage. No market move, just shouting. Blue quite incapacitated on the other side here, but his two teammates, one of his teammates in the pocket is in the cast stage, so these Teuton Knights, not Teutonic Knights, but Teuton Knights should clean this up. While Vencho is breaking through these palisades for reasons I cannot fathom, as it's been open here the whole way. But that's fine, making another hole in the wall there. Attack and defense in for the scouts as well. No cast age yet for Vencho Baba, but we'll be getting there soon, I guess. Where's any stone collected here? Or is Vencho Baba gonna play knights and camels in next stage here? He's self-lamed the stone, so no stone collection just yet. Whereas Roro won't be making any Mangudai anytime soon either, because the archers offensive of Marco just took so many hits to their economy. 50 villagers down. I'm deep fuel as usual. Yeah, nice. I would argue it's not necessarily the best play for Scandinavia, but you seem to have been doing decent damage overall. 4 villagers killed. Marco 1 killing 16 villagers, just ridiculous. Ooh, and some archers here by the dog. Is he actually gonna snipe fish with the dog, with the archers as well? Wolf rush confirmed. Help! Help! Random spearman running over to the dock. Might actually force a demolition ship or a galley or something here from blue. Yeah, blue is really... It's going to cast stage now, which is good, but there's no military at all for the blue player. Should have not enough stone for a castle, I think. Oh, never mind, actually. He has gone into tower defense, so not going to get the castle for Mangudai either. Pikes weren't doing anything, so better kill the dock. Yeah, why not? Why not? Teuton's pocket here, and when sticking 1 TC to pump out some lights here, I think that's a good call given the situation of his teammates, although you want to extend to a boom eventually. No dock for from Andven as far as I can see, and that's peculiar to me on a map like this where you'd benefit a lot from the fish and the hard to raid fish fish traps boom later as well. Venture Wobble didn't dock either. Could be because of the Mongols. Hunt bonus doesn't really matter. But long term is so nice to have the fish. It's an unobstructed free food source there after all. $38 military to 44 now. 2 players going knights, both Venture Baba and Juker. And the relic situation is probably no relics collected just yet. And I think Venture Baba might have long-term plans about Mangudai here because the wood investment is is pretty high at this point. So I'm kind of scouting for engagements here. Knights and scouts from Juker on Khazad Nightfall's base here. Pikes are in for the Italians player though, that's gonna help. And here come the army back home. I guess we have crossbow potential all the way as well. Supplies? So supplies that only applies to the militia line unit. It doesn't make the pikemen or anything cheaper. It only applies to the militia, men-at-arms, and that sort of thing, costing less food. So that's a peculiar call here. Might be a misclick, or might be thinking that it makes the pikes cheaper, I don't know. This should be bad for Juker's knights, though. Should be enough knights and pikes and crossbows here to clean this up. Okay, nice cleanup there from Khazad Nightfall. Deals with the raids. There's some action on the left-hand side now. Andwen with quite a chunk of Teuton's knights here now. 2 TCs for both pockets. Cavalry archers from Venture Baba. That makes sense, actually. That's a good transition before going into Mangudai later on, because they benefit from the same upgrades. And again, Ro, the blue player, is going to take a heavy beating here. He's back at 43 villagers now and dropping a 3rd TC. Nice defensive measure there against the Cavarchers on the field, but now going to potentially lose villagers again here. We look at Mark 1 killed 18 villagers, Juker killed 14, Shikari killed 6, and Shikari, Venture Baba, I mean, killed 6 or 7, but eventually just 1 villager lost, and that's 1 for Venture Baba. Amazing economic lead for Shikari now, 230 villagers to 131. 100 villagers lead at minute 31 something in the game. Did you actually kill the dock in it? No way! Why hasn't New made a demo or galley or anything to chase this way? This dock might actually go down to the pikes, spears. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, there's probably more exciting action going on, but I want to see this dock die to the 3 brave, weakened, pointy boys over here. Hey, why sneak dock when you can just send 3 spearmen forward to kill them? Kill the enemy dock. Okay, it's down. Good job, guys. Aldwin with the Knight's Masses here now, trying to break into Marco's side here. I think he'll succeed. Oh, nice! Marco can't quick wall in time, and now Marco has to call for AD. He will need to withdraw his armies now to deal with the raids. Teutons actually struggle against Yeah, or that's civilizations like the Vikings, but in this case, don't run back, just go full on nasty raids here. This is not nearly enough for Manchobaba to take the engagement here. Juker on the way to Imp here, actually. On the other side, so that should mean Cavalier and or Paladin for the Lithuanians player. With the crossbows joining in here, maybe Venturebob and Marco actually clean this up. Let's see. Alright, I take it back. Maybe Anduin should have run back out after all with the knights here, but some damage was done. I'm not sure if sacrificing those knights were worth the investment, though. GG is called. That's basically all of the knights of Anduin and also Imperial Age about to kick in for Juker here. Xool loses their home map against Shikari. GG it was. 49-26, Mark 1. Both flanks doing solid early work there to obstruct the economic progression of their adversaries on flank. Relics for Lithuanians as well, 2 relics total. And almost Imperial Age for Juker there to have Cavalier with an extra 2 attack relics boost. It's 116 villagers as well, such a boomer, man. Good job. Nice early aggression on men-at-arms into scouts by the rumors. That's a 1-0 for Shikari. Let's find the second game. What? Okay, so Scandinavia is the one we saw. And now, okay, that's the restore. And that's the beginning of the game. Okay, Arabia is next. Yep. Not your Rex. I don't. I'm just making sure I'm opening the correct one. Well, are you with me, Capture H? Yeah, looks nice. Okay. Kazad is that good? Okay, this doesn't look too promising. Oh, here we go. Nice. It seems we just need to be patient with Capture H here for it to start running. So thanks, Capture H. My bad for being impatient. Arabia is the map. This would be Shikari's home map. And given the performance on the previous map, I'd label Shikari favorites for this one as well. But we'll see how it plays out, of course. Looks like the same layout here. Anduin in pocket. No, sorry, Anduin on flank now. Row. Wait, hold on. No, Anduin definitely in the pocket. Colors are messing me up here. But here we go. Anduin in the pocket with the Tatars. I guess not the most frequently picked pocket civilization, but they have a nice scouts rush going on, going for them with the plus 50% food from herdables like sheep, goats, that kind of thing, and of course getting instant slumbering in the Castle Age and instant Parthian tactics in Imperial Age streamlines Tatars towards cavalry archers play. So if you're allowed to get to a good cav mass, that's definitely going to be beneficial for the long game. But it's up to Shikari to stop Anduin from getting to that critical mass, like they did in the previous game on Scandinavia, incapacitating both flanks so that the pocket could never really boom and get to the upgraded paladins. So we'll see. Right hand side, Ethiopian's flank here again for Arabia. Faster firing archers, plus 100 food, 100 gold upon reaching the next stage, making a men-at-arms into archers play more smooth for Ethiopians than many other civilizations. So we'll see what Roro makes of this. And down here, Vietnamese for Khazad Nightwolf. Another strong archer civilization that's supposed to counter other archer civilizations with their 20% extra hit points on archery range units. Also gives the whole team access to Imperial skirmishers, which could come in handy in the late Imperial game. So, yeah, and also Rattan Archer, the unique unit, basically a Huskarl with a bow and arrow, high pierce armor, archer, good archer, also running fairly fast. That's more commonly seen on like Arena and Lombardia, the more closed off maps than on Arabia, but could certainly come into play here as well. Right, up to Shikari. Vengeful Baba in the pocket with Berbers for this one. So Berbers need to make good advantage of their cheaper cavalry, and that happens in the Castle Age onwards. 15% cheaper cavalry in the Castle Age for Berbers, 20% cheaper in the Imperial Age, but obviously because of these bonuses, Berbers don't get Paladin, so they need to get the edge in Castle Age. It's awesome to have Berbers against Tatars though, because the Berbers' unique units, the Camel Archer from the castles, hard counters any Cavalry Archer play, and also the Janitors. If you're in a pinch, you have a mounted skirmisher to run around and chase down Cavalry Archer, which is the trash equivalent to the Cavalry Archer to counter Cavalry Archer play. And having Berbers on the team gives the whole team access to Janitors. We might see that if Anduin is able to mass up a decent chunk of Cav Archers here. Juker with the slab plank here. Might want to go low siege push. Slabs have 15% cheaper siege, so that could be coming in handy. Strong infantry as well with Drushina in the Imperial Age, giving infantry area damage. And finally, on the top side, we have Marco 1 with the Vietnamese as well. So we have Vietnamese on either side here, not up against each other. We have Vietnamese versus Ethiopians here, and Vietnamese versus Slavs down here. Interesting. Loom kicking in for Vengeful Baba, going to go up here, and Anduin with a solid head start to the scouts opening here with the 20 pop up, 15 seconds of idle time, while as Vengeful Baba is going up at 21 pop, but also has more idle time, so roughly a minute behind to the feudal age here. So let's see if there's going to be any infantry openings here. The barracks is up, pointing towards the pocket for blue. Generally speaking, you would want your barracks on, if you're going for any infantry aggression at least, you want to have your barracks as close to the enemy side as is practically possible, because they'd have a shorter walking distance. But looks like, by the looks of it, Ro Bolt is going straight for the archers here with Ethiopians, which is fine for a team gameplay. It could be obstructed if the other player goes for some kind of infantry aggression, though, with the Vietnamese here as well. 3 on gold, straight archers for Marco 1 as well. Barracks on the way up for Khazad Night Wolf as well, but none. Is he taking gold at all? Juker with militia forward here, going for the men at arms, I think, because we went up at 20 something pop. Only 2 militia though, aka Angry Housewives on this channel. And going to take some decent engagements there. It seems like a take on a drush here for Juker. Did not take any extra gold, I think. So it's going to be just the 2 militia. Okay, they're both with militia here. Khazad Night Wolf will win the engagement here now after having focused down one of the enemy militias. Scout situation. Xool in the lead here, Anduin with 3 scouts in the queue, I think. So definitely getting the numbers lead over Vengeful Baba here. He's going straight for 2 stables with only 3 farms. That's not gonna work. You need I think 21 on food to sustain both TC and double stables production consistently. So never drop the 2 stables this early, no matter the civilization. There's no eco bonus strong enough on Arabia to justify straight double stable scouts going up at 21 pop. But Mantrababa likes his middle-age play, likes to mass the scouts and getting these buildings up. But keep in mind this stable here could be 3 farms instead to boost the food economy to more easily sustain numbers. See, the second stable isn't even working. It's out of order. But eventually, when the food eco is on point, you're gonna benefit from the 2 stables, of course. It's just too early to drop 2 stables. I think the idea is to match Anduin's numbers being up earlier, but it's counterproductive because that wood should be going into farms for food instead. So 5 scouts to 5 scouts. Seen Magyars do 2 stable scout play a couple of times. Well, Magyars have cheaper scouts, so you could make an argument that's doable. But in that case, you need to... Did you push all the deer, Venturababa? Yeah, you probably did. Okay, that helps a bit then. But... yeah. The thing is, you see it here, not producing out of the stables. If you have military buildings up, you want to keep them more or less consistently producing, and now we have 2 stables not working. So it's counterproductive to have 2 stables that early in most cases. Unless you have some advantages like Magyars mentioned here that have 15% cheaper scouts. Juker with the Slav scouts as well, seems to be liking his scouts play. Drush into scouts this time around with Slavs. Yeah, at least for Arabia and Jobaba. On Serengeti, I guess you could more comfortably do 2 stables because of the extra hunt and the advantages that gives, but... usually doesn't make sense. Look at these guys go! Why does he keep pounding at the palisade gate there when it's open on the backside? Maybe Juker didn't know this. But he sure knows now. Gray isn't having a fun game though. I think he's taking a bit of a beating here. Archers going down to the enemy scouts as well. There's lots of purple up here. So what's up here with Marco 1? 17 archers to only 6 here from Row Your Boat. And Vencho is about to break in here as well. 7 scouts on the field. Now only 3 scouts left for Anduin here. Let's see, is it... okay, so it's... there is a point of entry, but it's far in the back here, so I guess it doesn't necessarily make sense for Vencho to run all the way over there to try and get in. So the double stable scouts investment not quite paying off here. Okay, it did kill 2 villagers, so I guess we'll have to commend Venturababa for a decent forward here. Is he actually gonna break through here? No, it's not. Scouts from Juker again on the gray player here. And archers trying to clean up, but they don't have fletching. If the archers had fletching, they would be dealing a bit more damage at least, so that would help against the Scots. Finally cleaned up though. TC and a spear fixes the situation. Meanwhile, Marco 1 again doing some impressive archers play here, like the previous game on Scandinavia. Nice market wall there from Blue to keep the archers out for now. But yeah, they'll still be able to break through, I think. And However you look at it, there's still options to hit the woodlines here, and both woodlines because of the thin woodlines there are here. Maybe Marco 1 wants to move on to the pocket side now. Could work together with Venture 5 remaining scouts here. Kudos to Venture for playing it quite open, by the way, although that Spearman investment, 8 of those, it's quite a heavy toll on the economy, giving Anduin the lead to the Castle Age. With less feudal investment, you're playing more into Berber's strengths with the cheaper cavalry in the Castle Age onwards. So being having Tatars reach, or the opposing pocket reaching Castle Age before you when playing as Berbers, never ideal. Anduin wanted to go for the cav archers here, I think, but is of course forced to go for a little bit of skirm defense here. Marco is wise to pull back here, seeing that Anduin is Castle Age. You don't know what he has there. He might have knights, he might have elite skirms, whatnot. But they're gonna take the engagement because Castle Age is in for Marco as well. And but they need to stay together. Okay, it's good to snipe the skirmishers, I guess, but what if the spears enter in here? Eventually Baba is going to lose the scouts. Run! Get over to your buddy over here, right now. Or snipe some farmers on the way. Okay, snipe, spears, nice. Thundering on the way from Marco 1. And I'm assuming, okay, why not Bodkin Arrow? Bodkin Arrow is much more important than Thundering. Although if you can afford both, of course. It's good. Ballistics as well. Ballistics and Thundering and no Bodkin Arrow? What is this? This is the way I play archers, and that's not the way you do it. Nah, it's good. Good engagement by Marco here. Forcing a defensive tower, always good. That's gonna delay any second and third PC of Anduin here. Elite skirms here, only 3 scouts from Vencho, but Vencho now on the way to the Castle Age. I'm looking at Vencho Baba's food count here though. You have the 2 stables. I think you can actually justify just pumping out some more scouts now to have some more army on the field in the transition to the Castle Age, because your scouts went down here, right? And if you have some in between here, then it will be very helpful against the skirmishers of Mr. Marco 1 here. Four stable? Yeah, okay, there's 2 more. So, Venture Baba, my friends, you're floating. You could go straight Imperial Age here. Is that the plan? That would be next level, actually. Just go straight for the Imperial Age and go straight for the 20% cheaper cavalry instead, and cavalier. But if you have 4 stables and are floating so much food, just use stables. Pump out on scouts so you have something to send in between Marco's crossbows forward here and work together. I think I'll go 5 stable. Well, then you're gonna need more on gold, even with Berber's cheaper units here. 9 on gold, that's barely enough for 2 stables. Well, it's not enough for 2 stables, actually. With the Berber's 15% discount, that's cutting it close. 11 now, though. 23 on food. Yeah, I think I like the initiative with 4 or 5 stables to get the numbers up quickly, but you also need the eco to back it consistently. So for each stable, that's wood that could be spent on 3 farms instead, or almost 3 farms. I think 12 with both eco upgrades to... No, not really. Oh, okay, that's the restore point. Berbers have 15% cheaper. I guess it's yeah, that's the drop, right? So we'll just pull up the restore. With Berbers, I mean 12. Yeah, with your Berbers, Venture Baba, you have 15% cheaper cavalry. You don't need as many. It's 6 on gold for 1 stable knights. If you have gold mining, and gold mining you should get on the way up anyway. So with gold mining, I think Berbers are fine with 5 gold. Ish, if you don't factor in the need for upgrades. I think. I can check it with the survivalists chart afterwards. Alright, I've found the restore here, and let's see if they're playing back for me. They are indeed. Venture dropped, but we've restored here, and we should probably see the stables producing any moment now. 3, 3, 2, 2, yeah, nice. 12 knights in queue, just like that, 11 knights. Row moving his armies back. Now he was over helping Anduin in the pocket against Vencho and Marco's armies a moment ago. There are still crossbows here from Marco, and he's far away from home base here, but he's gonna go for some raids on Khazad Nightwolves by the looks of it. In the meantime, there's quite a few Ethiopian archers here going for the Vietnamese side, getting some nice snipes there. We don't have ballistics for blue yet, but 43 crossbows still looking at some great damage potential. Defensive castle, defensive mangonel from Marco. I think he should be holding this just fine. Nine with gold mining for 2 stable, 18 for 4 stable. Yeah, that makes sense. What's up with the mangonel? Okay, so Row saw the castle going up here. It does not move in, obviously. Does not lose archers needlessly here. In the south side, we have we have the 2 flanks working together on the grey flank here. That's not something you see every day. Look at the walking distance. They're taking the grand tour here from the right-hand top side here from Marco all the way to a pocket base, and now over at Khazad Nightfall's base here to make life awkward for the grey player again. 27 villagers only for Khazad Nightfall. Feel sorry for the guy taking such a beating here against Joker, who seems like the stronger player of the 2. Look at my base, says Menjo Baba. Yeah, that's the blue units moving over there. Upgrades are in, +2/+2, nice. I think you want to delete some houses here, Menjo Baba, just to get the full circle on the units here. So don't allow the blue player to take the choke points. This is fine though. Fine-ish. It's going to cost quite a few knights, but there we go. There's the house going down, and this round should be possible now. Just lead more here, make more space. Don't let him take these stroke points. Is even a few more knights going down than needed here, but still a great engagement. All the crossbows will go down here for Row boat, who is taking an engagement all on his own here, while the pocket is massing up cavalry archers at home. Alright, seems like the crisis has been averted at home. Anduin with a defensive castle to secure some golds and stones here. And it's more or less fully walled. There are some stray crossbows here from Marco that could actually go back in and be real annoying here. But the more important action is going on elsewhere, of course. Joker with the slabs knights here. Anduin with the cavalry archer masses, and now it's Anduin and Khazad Nightwolf's turn to work in a 2v1 against the Slavs player here. Oh, but look at this push from Marco in the top side here. 18 crossbows and 3 mangonels. I think that's bye-bye TC unless Blue manages some excuse me, some repairs here. 67 to 88, so Xool with the military lead here. Villager lead for Shikari, however, so they're taking good engagements here to preserve. To try and catch up. Oh, was that 2 for 1? Oh, it was 1 for 1, but here come the Ethiopians masses here with some pikes mixed in as well. Mangonels, though, could get some juicy shots in here. Yeah, blue backs up here, and Benjababa with the knights here as well. Almost 2 for 1 again, but nice movement of Marco there to at least preserve one of them. Pikeman almost gets the hit. This could be a wonderful shot downhill. Nice. Okay, so that's 5-6 crossbows down just like that. Kudos to blue for the crossbow replenishment here, by the way. With how many ranges now? 4 ranges working, I think. So I'm already back at 43 crossbows, which is quite impressive. Where's my RB? It shows 40, but where is it? Some over here. Some steady trickle of knights here. Benjababa doing the right thing here and going for a raid on Anduin in the pocket. Cavalry archers not nearly in the mass needed to snipe knights here. This is a beautiful engagement for Benjababa if he gets the surround here. No, Anduin might lose all the cavalry archers here. Rip cav archers. Soon only left with skirmishers here for Anduin. That's not going to do any good against the Berbers masses here. 5 tables now for Benjababa and keep consistent production here. Getting a lot of units out here. Should consider engaging here, maybe. Let's see. Has the hit points lead here, but a little bit of hit and run from blue here, and I think blue could win the engagement. So we'll see. I love how Benjababa took out almost all of the cavalry archers of Anduin. Anduin is going Imperial Age, but with barely any military to benefit from this. Dionysus, what kind of emote is that? Hands down emote. Yeah. It seems suitable for the cavalry archer slaughter there. I'll agree on that. Teal caught with his pants down, good engagement. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so some great... Look at the builder situation now. Shikari with a 50 builders lead now after some great trades. We have Imperial Age for the Tatars, but it's not going to do any good here before masses can reach critical numbers here. Almost sniped the TC Foundation there, nice. More knights enter the field. Venture is down to 24 knights here now, only 2 stables producing, but still keeping consistent numbers here. Military numbers pretty similar here. Blues crossbows over here, but it's going to run into the mighty Vietnamese skirmishers here, which is bad news now that there aren't any knights or whatnot from the Anduin pocket here. 10 cavalry archers and producing still only 2 ranges, I think. So that's going to take... Oh, it's 3 ranges actually. It's just that there's only 2 of them producing. So Anduin has some eco sorting to do, I think, to afford consistent triple range cavalry archer production here. Forward castle from Marco 1, so solid pressure being put here. As Benjababa now is getting some raids down on Grey again. Grey with 37 villagers. And one floating match gold, yeah, but he used market, didn't he? He's producing now triple range cavalry production. But how do you stop this push from the Vietnamese here? Castle on the hill. Casually taking the gold on the hill. Horrible gold, by the way, for blue here. Up on the hill like that. And we're gonna make blue homeless here, but it looks a bit from Marco. Trying to take out the houses. Pushing with the trap, of course, as well. Somehow this TC survived, unless it has been rebuilt since the last time I saw it. And market going down. Need to stop the potential for market abuse here for Robo to transform that food into gold in a magic way here. See red. What's up with red? Oh. Oh. Okay, so this is where the real action is going on. Big old AI army here. My friend Ogedai1 would be proud to see this mix here with soon-to-be onagers slaughtering their own units here. They didn't want cavaliers in the AI army by the looks of it. Boyars for these lads here, and a significant chunk of onagers here. To knock on the gate here, and that should be very much bye-bye Vietnamese crossbows here, Rattan archers. Treb pushing as well, couple of Treb. Yeah, the flanks are pushing hard here on both sides. GG, well played, Duker. Yeah. Kassad Nightwolf has been under significant pressure throughout the whole game here, I'd say. Even got hit by two flanks at the same time here for some reason. Down goes the castle, and TC should be next, and Onagers getting some juicy hit in on the Rattan archers here, and bye-bye Grey Army, left only with light cam now. I think this is it for Xool here. They are one flank down by far here. Shikari keeping that villager lead, and now in the villager lead as well. Look at this mass of Onagers! Just a quick look at the north side as well to see what's going on here. We have Imperial Skirmisher in for Mark 1, doing more than decent against the Ethiopians up north as well. And Anwen trying to mass the heavy cav archers, but it's too late. So we got Siege Engineers and Chemistry. Not Siege Engineers by the looks of the range here. Or is it? 8-8? Yeah, maybe he has it. Maybe he has it. Not chemistry, because then we would see fireballs in the projectiles, I think. But hey, they're working. Kassad Nightwolf is down to 14 villagers and probably screaming to his team, this is over. 8+1 is Siege Engineers. Okay, so we don't have Siege Engineers here then. GG, well played is called. And Venture was still with the Knights here, committing to heavy castle age with the Berbers. No harm in that, with the sheer number of Knights on the field. Shikari is victorious. Now, timeline is missing a bit here because of the restore, but we should still see the stats for the end here. Venture Baba, the MVP here, in a sense, with 217 to 132, has had some great engagement there, demolishing Anwen's small cav archer mass mid-castle age. Thanks for the follow, Weeba King. Yeah, good engagement from Shikari, taking the 2-0 here, but nice efforts from Xool as well. I think they just had a bit of a mismatch on the flank side, and their plan on the home map Scandinavia didn't work out entirely as intended.